Your storytelling may get you more than a peanut. Read by Ellis. Author, Ellis. Yesterday at precisely 12:22 a.m., I advanced one more year in age. I welcomed the wisdom that preceded my additional year on this earth and all the knowledge it had gracefully bestowed upon me. In those years, I've learned to be more humble, to talk less and listen more. And even when my surroundings demanded something little more than a grimace, I have learned to smile, to ease the concerns of those around me. But advancing an additional year in age this year did not pass or press upon me to do anything or any of these wise actions as it has in the past. This year I reflected on a talent handed down to me from my mother and forefathers and embraced the values of good storytelling. See, storytelling is a tested favorite pastime of an excellent vehicle our family invoked to share triumphs and struggles, championed by those we want to remember in our family's history that makes us feel good and inspired. Storytelling is the main reason many of our best family heroes live on in our memories and remain uniquely special to each of us. Well, each of us can recall a story of a grandparent, a grand uncle, or a distant relative who built something great and was a part of a group that many people have come to celebrate. One of my family's most widely shared stories centered around my great uncle, my great granduncle, that is, James, who worked with many of the peanut discoveries and inventions with the late great George Washington Carver. Hearing my mother's tell these stories made me proud to be part of our family and all of the unimaginable inventions my great granduncle helped discover. I became energized each time I think of how many inventions my great uncle James and Mr. Carver devised in their research labs. I feel empowered knowing someone in our family was a part of something special and provided countless benefits to the world. When I reflect on those stories of things that my mother said, I'm intrinsically motivated to be just as inspiring and dynamically as giving to society as my great uncle James was. Well, when we share a good story, we add a special ingredient to the storytelling process that becomes meaningful and lifelong. That special ingredient is called inspiration. Truth be told, everyone likes a good story if it's told well. Exciting or funny, sometimes sad, but always if it's inspiring, because most times we are able to connect with at least one inspiring character in the story. Some of you reading this article right now may be inspired already with the story of my great granduncle James. Although I barely shared a small fraction of the story my mother shared with me and my siblings, you probably even became inspired to think of one of your own family's favorite storytelling gems to share with your children and friends later. Either way, my story got you thinking, right? And that's my point. Each of us should be inspired by something or someone to be better today than we were yesterday and the day before. Without inspiration, our goals and dreams seem almost non-existent. Each of us need to feel inspired or be inspiring to formulate good, healthy goals and dreams for our future. Quoting my mother in her best years of comforting voice, "Learn your past and then be better than that." Well, my mom was right. So I learned my past through her family storytellings, and each time she shared, every story inspired me to be better than that. Author's notes: storytelling is merely a primary vehicle in all of time used by our families, friends, educators, mentors, religions, and countless others to inspire us with stories from the past to invigorate something greater in each of us for our future. Find your story and share it with someone who is willing to listen. I'll wager we all could use a little inspiration. Do you have a comment? I would like to hear from you. More about the author. Ellis is a body language decoder, personal brand coach, and motivational speaker for entrepreneurs and business professionals proactively redeveloping their talents. Check out my book based on countless years of personal and professional advice inspired by my mother's storytelling. The Hidden Keys to Life and Business Success can be found at Barnes & Nobles and Amazon.com. That's The Hidden Keys to Life and Business Success. Thank you. You've been listening to Your Storytelling May Get You More Than a Peanut.